Hi, I'm Tom Dorsey. This is June 30th, and this is the DWA Minute, and we're going to talk about Jakarta, Indonesia. You know, it's interesting to me when I look at the world markets, and I look to see which one has the highest relative strength, which has the worst relative strength. It's interesting to note that the United States is probably one of the places you don't want to be investing. But Indonesia always comes out on top. And there's something positive going on with Indonesia. And I believe it's in the politics and the stability of the country. But there's some interesting things happening, and this stock market is one of the strongest around. It's something where I invest. I invest at esamuel.com. I think it's a great online brokerage firm. If you're not Indonesian, you're in the United States, you can invest there, wire money to them, and you can buy Indonesian stocks. If you use Dorsey Wright & Associates website and our point and figure charts, they all speak the same language. So it's just as easy to trade Indonesia as the United States. But when you look at the returns of Indonesia going back the last 5 years, astronomical. And I have a feeling that these emerging countries are not going to be emerging much longer. There's an old saying that when the United States sneezes, everyone catches cold. And I don't believe that's the case any longer. So let's look at some of the stocks on Indonesia that you might want to look at. I went into our system and I simply told it I want to search for stocks with positive relative strength versus its peers. I want the stock to be in an uptrend, on a point and figure chart in an uptrend. And I came up with a few ideas here. The first thing I want to look at is Jakarta, Indonesia. The Jakarta Stock Exchange looks fantastic. Very, very strong. Easy to see some pullbacks here. The United States right now is going through what you'd call a quarter-end window dressing where money managers restructure portfolios just so they can look good to the customers at the end of the quarter. Same thing may be taking place in Indonesia, and if that's the case, then you may see some sort of a pullback here, but I don't think very much. Let's look at some of the stocks that look interesting. Adaro Energy, that symbol ADRO, great looking stock. I'd buy that stock at the market here, and these stocks that have pulled back on their charts too, I wanted to be sure to put that in there. Bank Mandri looks good here, nice pullback on its chart. You'll find some of the banks that are showing up here. Bank Negra looks good, nice pullback on the chart. In essence, you're buying the stock on sale. Indica Energy, another energy stock, great pullback here. I like that stock very, very much. It looks great. Okay to buy there. Kelby Pharma in the pharmaceuticals. That is a healthcare company. Looks great on Indonesian stock. And let me give you one more stock here. And I'm going to put this up on your eSamuel website as I'm a member there. One is Unilever. Nice pullback to support here. Very strong company. And this stock is prone to wide pullbacks. So don't let this pullback from 18,800 rupiahs down to 17,000 bother you. It could pull back even further, but that's perfectly normal with the way this stock trades. If you look at our Indonesia model, we model the world at Dorsey Wright & Associates that automatically run. Let me give you the stocks that are in our model in there. Gudang Garam, GGRM. Bank Pan Indonesia is in our model, and we haven't had any changes in this model for a good while now. Calbee Pharma, Excelo Mindo, and this is in the technology area, that's EXCL, and Semen Sibinong, SMCB. Sometimes a little hard for me to pronounce the names, but that's okay because once you look at a point and figure chart, they all speak the same language. Our model hasn't changed in a very, very long time. When the relative strengths change and one falls out of the model and one moves into the model, we make that change. And I trade pretty much on esamuel.com as well as in Malaysia. So that's what we have for the Indonesia Minute. We'll talk to you in a week or so.